it is to enter, how much you can make, and so forth. And this is going to be a little bit more laid back episode, not so scripted. So just grab some popcorn and I'm going to sprinkle in some jokes here and there, and it's going to be fun, all right? So the first site we're going to look at today is Scribby, and as you can see here, audio voice transcription service starting at 75 cents per minute audio. And this is for 1 minute of audio that you're transcribing, you have to pay $75. Or this is from the view of someone that wants their file transcripted, so you're probably not going to make this much. But we're going to look at how Scribby works. So I found this post right here, my experience with Scribby. I don't like that name. Scribby? Scribby? Really? Sounds like a cartoon or something. Okay, so there are 4 different levels here, and as you can see, transcription, review, proofreading, and quality checking. So you have different levels, and you start at transcription, and then you have to work your way up to review and then proofreading. But the thing I want to take a look at is the pros and cons, because there were some greats in here. There's no shortage of work, there is no commitment to work. Just pick a file when you have a spare chunk of time. There is no minimal withdrawal limit. They withdraw very quickly through PayPal. This work is not insanely difficult, as you are not a ridiculously slow typer. You can progress through the levels really quickly. It took me 5 days to reach the proofreading stage, which is okay, that's the second to last. You get $5 bonus for every 3 audio hours you complete a month. And the cons here: if you do not complete the files to a high enough standard, you will be demoted and cannot be re-promoted. So it's important to check the guidelines and really read through the first few files you submit. The rates of pay start off very low, and sometimes the audio quality is very bad. Although you are compensated more based on difficulty, there is a $2 cap per file. You get 2 hours to transcribe/review a file, so you can't just pick all the easy ones and come back to them at a later date. So that's pretty much all about that. And this is probably going for a lot of these services that we're looking at today, that they have all these pros and cons as well. So that's Scribby. We're going to look at how you can sign up. We just go up to the sign up all the way in the corner here, and then you say you want to work as a transcriber. Yeah. So you just click the apply now, but we're going to look at this transcription process as the last one: transcription, review, proofreading, quality check, and there was certification process. You apply, email confirmation, and yep, monthly earnings. So I've read that most of these sites actually you can make an average of $250 a month doing this. But as you can see, you can get quite high results with this if you get to the proofreading and quality checking state. And also one thing I forgot, the guy said that when you're at the level of quality checking, you can actually apply for a salaried job starting at $150 a month, and you have the ability to take on greater workloads to earn more. So that's pretty decent. That's pretty much all about Scribby, and let's take a look at the next one. But I think I mentioned jokes, so I'm gonna find a good joke and tell it to you, okay? Best jokes for kids in English, yeah. A customer ordered a cup of coffee in a restaurant. The waiter served the coffee. The customer found a fly in the coffee, and he called the waiter. "How do I drink this coffee?" "You don't know how to drink a coffee?" "Waiter, see, there's a fly in my coffee." "Oh yes, sir, you are right. There is a fly in your coffee." "Waiter, I said it's a fly in my coffee." "Oh, don't worry, sir. The fly won't drink that much." "Waiter, it's swimming in my coffee." "Sir, do you want me to get a lifeguard for the fly, sir?" "The fly is dead. It's irritating." "I guess it doesn't know how to swim properly." "How do I drink this coffee?" "Don't you know how to drink? I'll teach you." He drank the coffee and said, "This is how you should drink a coffee." Is that a joke? Is that really a joke? Oh my God. Okay. That's all you get. That's what you get when you ask for jokes, okay? Okay, let's go back and do this transcription thing, okay? So transcribe me is another page which I found, and this was also a very popular service. And let's see here, join as a transcriptionist up in the right corner here, and you can see join our team. So top rated best work from home site as recommended by a lot of sites here. The Penny Hoarder is a very legit site about all sorts of making money online things that gives you like surveys and stuff like that. Let's see here. We pay more than anyone, starting at $20 per audio hour. Top monthly earnings at $2,200, and the average monthly earnings are $250. So it's quite decently paid right here. As you can see, transcriptionists with special backgrounds in medical and legal are paid a higher rate. All right. So if you have that, you can probably make more, but I don't know. So here's growth and learning, and this basically says that they have these sorts of levels: develop your skills and grow into higher paying projects and positions. So it's probably the same as Scribby, as we saw. No experience or upfront investments. Joining doesn't cost a penny. All you need to get started is a reliable internet and computer. So freedom and flexibility is probably that you can do all sorts of things at different times. So to join this, you just click join our team. So what they say right here is everyone starts off from transcription, and as you get more experience, other positions will become available to you. So pretty much like Scribby. And they say you may have to be put on a short wait list as we process your registration. So that's something to note. So you just fill out this and you probably get applied and stuff like that. But next one is SpeechPad. So SpeechPad is another one that I found quite regularly when I researched this topic, and it's pretty easy to go and get a job here. And as you can see here, they have a translator pay per minute, and that's $2 to $5. So if you're a translator, I'm going to actually have a video next week about translation and how you can make money from being a translator. And if you want to see that transcription video, I'll have a little dot up in the right corner right now if you want to see that. SpeechPad, they had, when you just go to speechpad.com, you'll not see the apply button right here. You'll just see this, and this is from the view of someone that wants their file transcribed, but you have to do speechpad.com/worker. So we're gonna take a look at what they have here. Work when you want, for as long as you want. There is no minimum required hours, no upfront investment. If you have a computer and internet connection, you already have everything you need to start transcribing. Get paid on time. As a transcriber, you'll paid once a week regardless of how much you earn. Pick your own jobs. You are free to work on whatever your jobs you find interesting. Find your niche or change it up. Change it up, baby. So how it works, we're going to just look at that right now because there is something interesting here. So first of all, you have to get qualified for different kinds of jobs, and this is pretty much like everyone has it, but as you can see here, this is from the job dashboard, and they have some files here that you can accept this one, and then you need to get qualified. And qualifications, as you see here, are like basic, confidentiality, reviewer, and a rush job. So this is probably things you can get qualified for. And then they have something else, which is very important in every single one of these. If I haven't mentioned it or not, they are crazy about quality. They need quality writers and fast writers, so that you have to actually be good at writing, and you also have to be fast. So they have a quality score and providing high quality work that adheres to the style guide for each job. And so here's work history, and you can see that you can click on any job to see the corrections that were made by SpeechPad reviewers. So you'll get feedback on what you did wrong and what you did right, and learn from the mistakes and improve your rating. All right. And then there's the transcription console. So this is where you'll be working. You'll play the audio right here, and then you'll transcribe the audio. And they also have caption control. So I think this is a different job, or if it's the same job, I don't know. But first you're transcribing the text, and then they chop it up for you, I think, in the software, and then you just have to check if it's correct. So that's a different kind you can get. That's pretty much how that works. SpeechPad, getting paid. Let's see if you can make some fat stacks here. So here they have an approval test and approval process. So you actually have to do a transcription job, and it will be reviewed by another qualified worker. It could take a week or a day to see that you're approved, but you should probably click this link if you want to join. And here you have how much you earn, and prices range from 25 cents to $1 per minute. All right, so that's pretty much like everything else is pretty much the same. So should we do a different joke, or you know what? I think we're done with jokes today. We don't need any fly in the coffee kind of jokes. So here is the Audio Transcription Center, and this is a different kind of thing. This is another. It's not like the other sites that I just showed you, but I actually got this from another post right here. So here we see, I work for Audio Transcription Center out of Boston when I have time and make a lot of money doing it whenever I want. You can request custom requests. For example, I can transcribe 45 minutes of audio due on Tuesday, or I can do 150 minutes of audio due 1 week from today. They'll find you something. The rate is $1 per minute of audio transcribed. It's a phenomenal hobby job for me since I'm also a linguistics major and love learning about whatever esoteric subjects the people are discussing. I did a huge project last month that was an older guy talking about his life's work in paleontology. So awesome. So this guy is clearly loving his life over at Audio Transcription Service, but it's kind of different. Let me show you. Right here you can see the jobs, and then you do contracting, which is freelance. And this is sort of more of like a legit business. They are in Boston, and they do audio transcription. So you actually have to, how do I get hired as a transcriber? So you simply need to send an email to here, and you have to have a thorough and up-to-date resume and attach as a PDF, a thoughtful and relevant cover letter. And the last one is you have to go to typingtest.com and do a test with 75 words per minute and 98% accuracy. And you just send that to this email and they will maybe hire you. This is why it's harder. It's later down the line on the list. As you saw, the first ones was really easy to get into, but this one is really not that easy to get into, but you can make a lot more money from here, I believe. It looks like a very legit business. So that's pretty much Audio Transcription Center. I don't think there's much more to talk about. And the last one we're going to look at today is Rev, and it's the hardest, it's the toughest, and it's the thing that you have to fight the most to get a job on here, okay? Because I was reading this. So I found this nice little post here, and it's quite a nice story for anyone that wants to try and join this, because apparently it's hard as hell. And this is 2 years ago, but I think I've read something else on other forums like this, and I think it's pretty hard. But let's read this. Can I recommend trying their captioning freelance work instead? I'm a Rever Plus level for captioning and make about $800 a month. All my metrics, accuracy, formatting, alignment are 5 points, which is the best that you can do. This, along with 2 years of professional transcription experience, were not enough to pass their transcription application. No matter how fast you type or how accurate you transcribe what you hear, if you don't meet their strict as hell formatting criteria, your host. Even with captioning, formatting is still the hardest part. There is a 34-page style guide that you have to adhere to the letter. However, once you learn all the formatting, it took me maybe a month to memorize it and not have to stop every other word and look up the scenario and the guide and get good at using their software for caption alignment. Then it's all down to how fast you type. So even if you're a fast typist with an impeccable English skill, the real key to making money on Rev is learning learning their style guide and software. Once you have that down, it's pretty easy to make some money. It's also a pretty huge time commitment. It takes me 30 minutes to caption and align a 5-minute video. You're also doing a lot of research to make sure everything is accurate. And this is what some guy said. The other one said right here, this is absolutely not my experience with Rev. He says that he did it with ease, and you don't really know which one you're going to trust. But I also saw a lot of other people talking about how it was really hard to apply for a job in Rev. So that's just something you have to think about. So really you have to apply here, and then you have to do a test, and do yourself a favor and read the formatting and the rules that they want to have in their transcription application, so you get a higher chance of getting this job. Take our online test, choose your work, you get paid via PayPal. Choose your own schedule is pretty much like everything else. And I think we're all tired of talking about transcription services. And I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Oh my God, you watched it all the way to the end. I really appreciate that. A sincere thank you from me. And you probably laughed at the coffee joke.